Hi, it's Angie. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. I may have pressed record prematurely, just like they prematurely left the crime scene in Tucson, Arizona. I wanted to say Tulsa, Oklahoma. But anyways, I redid this video that I posted yesterday because this could be fear. Well, we saw a really heartfelt video when Savannah Guthrie and her sister and her brother a little bit more stoic, possibly playing into the hands of a I don't know, or playing into the hands of this. I just think that that whole ransom note was fake. Now, I'm going to try to articulate this dream that I had early this morning. But before I do that, welcome here and welcome aboard. Thank you for being here. And that includes the Elvis Presley subscribers. Now, this dream had Harvey Levin in it from TMZ, and he was playing what looked to be kind of like a mixed up Wheel of Fortune, where all of these blocks were kind of arranged, but he got really, really angry, and the arrows were pointing this way, and there was arrows that should have been pointing that way. But all of these blocks were kind of like older letters. And I think the guy that was in this dream it wasn't Pat Sajak, it was the guy that's in it today, Ryan Seacrest. And then the Muppet lyrics. It's time to play the Muppet lyrics, because I think there is a new Muppet movie going on. So I'm just going to call a spade, and because I think that was another epic fail of, I keep wanting to say Nancy Kerrigan, because I just feel that Nancy Guthrie was a wonderful, wonderful woman. She had a lot of medical problems, and the pacemaker, the heart condition, high blood pressure, not able to walk. So is this going to be a sight for sore eyes? Because I've always felt, this is just pure speculation here, and this is kind of like the Monday morning quarterback. I feel that this could be a woman that is involved in this, or that was involved in this. Now, I did see something that was not necessarily directly involved, but perhaps involved. I watched a YouTuber out there, and he's got wonderful footage. He was actually one of the people that was allowed onto that. It's almost like her front yard has become like a TV set. If you see all of the lineup of the all different video cameras there. But this one particular YouTuber actually got to get to the front door and got to film the blood stains on Nancy Guthrie's house. But there was another thing that kind of piqued my curiosity, because I can't remember the name of his channel, but as he was talking, a woman pulled up in an SUV, and she was telling because he's filming it, that there was some suspect individuals roaming up and down this neighborhood, and they were asking, like knocking on doors, asking if they could put in solar panels, do some kind of work on the house. But she said there was never a vehicle or equipment attached. And then she said that she had something that was very serious to tell the police department, and she was alluding to the fact that it was very alarming. So So between this dream that I had regarding TMZ, something really went awry here. And that's only dream number one. I don't even know if I'm going to talk about, I'm not sorry. Sometimes I don't finish my sentences. Okay, because, where is she? Where is Nancy Guthrie to this day? It's day, there's the lyrics to, I got the eye of the tiger. That's by Katy Perry, Roar. Was somebody jealous of her? We'll see what my cards say, okay? This is still talking about victimology. Oops, just one second, yeah. This is poison. This is poison card flipped out here. This is a female that I met in Portugal, okay? And this one had a huge, this is the Trump deranged syndrome here. We see Donald Trump, President Trump out there. This could be, I wonder if this was something instigating this, but this was a chatty Cathy. Actually, her brother is a retired RCMP officer out here in British Columbia, but a spirit works through people. This is poison. So I'm not saying that's just, there's something here with this. It possibly could deal with that other person out there, but I don't want to talk too much about that. But that, you know, it could be, we don't know. Well, clearly it was somebody that had they call it the Trump deranged syndrome, because whoever did this to her most likely was not very scholastic, and like a viper, that's kind of like a snake or something. So I'm kind of, I know, I'm just, maybe that's just part of me that wants to be able to find her. Is it possible, I've said it already, is it possible that she could have knocked over the Bell camera herself? There seems to be drops of blood maybe from her nose. Could it be that, could it be still that I'm still hoping that she just walked out? Could it be? But it seems like everybody's doing their dumpster diving now. Maybe they are. Maybe, I don't know why I said that, but what is it, day 5? Is it, I don't even know anymore. So we'll see what my cards, this is victimology, okay? Oh, this goof too is victimology, because we know who this is. Now, because I was watching, okay, I'll tell you the other dream that I had. It's a virus, okay, because he is the virus. He is virus in the Elvis Presley world out there, the guy that wants to defend him. Now, the dream that I had earlier this morning had something to do with the word Norton. Now, Norton is an antivirus system, or a kind of like a virus. Okay, this is, yeah, won't you play with your own ding-a-ling? That's just a song there, but you know, I'm just, I can't even begin to tell you how destructive, you know, how destructive this person is. This could be the same mindset on a different scale that took out Nancy Guthrie, okay? That's why I feel there could be possibly a woman involved here, because the majority of people that is attracted to this, you know who he is, to his channel, are women. And they're feeding into this. They're feeding into everything that he talks about regarding Elvis Presley. I have to talk about it because I made a commitment that if the cards come up, then I have to switch gears. But it is the same mindset, because there's something again with the age of majority. I find it odd when he spoke about his daughter still being, this is victimology as well. I find it odd that his daughter is hooked up at 12 years old with, that to me is just, I don't know why he has to go on and talk about his family. That's That's what attracts negative comments to his channel, because he can't keep his butthole shut. Well, we know that. I told you already. Go check out that Instagram, those Instagram videos. They're hilarious. If ever you are in a down time, go check out that Instagram. But I had a whole speech going of what I was going to say, but then I had another dream. But it is that is what is attracted to this guy is women, okay? Are women. Now, I've already said it. Imitation is the name of the game with Louis out here. Now, could it be somebody that was jealous of Nancy Guthries' life as well? Because they would have to possibly create some kind of new medical term, because this guy, I've said as well, was in my family, and he spouts that I'm a cuckoo bird. And this is what victimology is, because everything, when he calls out the person that is Humpty Dumpty, that's how he feels about himself, because he's obsessed with his keto diet. When he calls everybody out here bullies, that's what he is inside of himself. When he calls me a cuckoo, that's what he is in himself, because he got the shit kicked out of him by his father at a young age. That was, you either become a narcissist or you become if you live with one, you become one, or you become an empath. He doesn't have any psychic abilities. He tried to do that bullshit hypnosis, but what I wanted to say is he has draped himself. The reason he's so defensive when he came after me regarding Mindy Miller is because he is living literally vicariously through Elvis Presley since probably high school. He dressed like him, he acts like him, he walks like him, he talks like him. He's very, very defensive of the cousins in Elvis Presley's life, because he feels like he is Elvis Presley. This would be something that would have to be studied out there, because that's the Athens card out there in Greece. Whatever happened to him with this Cypric father of his or whatever really has, there's something off there. But what I'm saying, what I really wanted to, there's a Roundup here. Roundup is poison. He is the poison in the Elvis Presley world. There's no ifs, ands, ors, or buts about it. But that type of personality could have easily crossed the path of Nancy Guthrie. So I'm trying to mold these two dreams that I had to get one video out, because I'm not doing more than one video today. And because I look at that word and it says international. This has turned into an international event as well with Nancy Guthrie. Could it be that she was taken over that border? Could it be? We don't know. But I'm kind of like still hoping that they're going to find her. And so that was like a really long and drawn out for my first round of this, but 2 dreams in one night, and possibly regarding a woman involved. Okay. So I'm going to take one to round up that because I did work at, I'm hearing the name of the lawyer's office. Okay, so this is my return to sender card. That's because it's Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I said something yesterday that I felt that they weren't they were spending too much time, but now I understand. I had to redo that video, and I apologize to the, I want to say Kerrigan. The reason I say Kerrigan is we know Nancy Kerrigan had a Tonya Harding on her back and clipped her at the knees. You know, when you see Savannah Guthrie, she is hanging on for dear life. She is in the darkest time of her life. You know, it's the not knowing, and it truly is the most heartbreaking thing that I saw when she went on public TV. And I just feel that this whole ransom note was a hoax. I hear something with litter of puppies. I don't know if somebody out here has a litter. I don't know. So I get a lot of messages in here, and no two mediums are alike. It just felt like that was a big hoax. Okay, so I'm doing another swipe here. That's kind of reminds me of swipe left, swipe right. So we'll see what comes out, because I myself am watching a lot of different content. I've kind of walked away from some of it, but we'll see what my cards say today. We all have guardian angels, and it would be horrific. It is horrific. I'm just thinking out loud here. That's what I do sometimes. So I just feel that there's a lot of addictions out here, and say my name, say my name. You can say my name all you want. You can, okay? I knew it. But this is, you know, this is the Louis card next door again. Well, this is the Fireman Sam. This is Fireman. This is the Louis card, or this could be politics as well, okay? It is the neighborhood, okay? So it could be somebody in the neighborhood as well. I've said so many times that when I moved in here, it didn't take the neighbor too long to call me a bitch 3 times. I'm still perplexed because he's a fireman. I always thought firemen were, you know, the calendar kind of people, but this is say my name, say my name. His name is Fireman Louis. But that's the Scholastic card. You know, for somebody that doesn't know how to, for somebody out there in the United Kingdom that didn't know how to spell correctly, never even graduated, brags about his empire. People that have an empire don't brag about it. That's the most gauche YouTuber out there. Young and dumb, right? That's what happened here. But this is the neighborhood card, because, you know, this could be, I said yesterday, failed army, because there's so much cross-contamination in Nancy Guthries' house, just like the contamination that's out there, that's spreading like wildfire out here regarding Nancy Guthrie. So this is the I told 2 friends, and so on and so on. And it's a master debater. Out there, okay? But this is the type of person that most likely crossed the path of Nancy Guthrie. That could be male or female. I could be totally wrong here, but this is the wash that gray right out of your hair, and that's the simple Simon Metapymen. So there's something with the French. Something French here. I know in Canada, some French do follow me, and oh, potash. Potash is from the province of Saskatchewan here. Anyways, we'll see what this card. It's return to sender day today, so there's something here. With it always felt that there's these, it's like a Victor Newman situation out here. Victor Newman is on Young and the Restless. It feels like whoever did this to Nancy Kerrigan. No, well, she is a Nancy Kerrigan. I think the ransom note was a hoax, and they're dragging this whole family. Quick dragging my heart around. So let me just take a coffee, wish everybody a good morning, and we have a butternut out there, or a nuthead out there. just pick your poison, because you've got one out in the United Kingdom and you've got one here, okay? The circular conversations, when I watch the investigators, I can't make heads or tails of it. And somebody's bones are rattling out there. That's just figuratively speaking. Okay. So let's just round this up. Yeah. This is the Weston Supermare card. That's the Sir Rudy card. Just a nasty, nasty, nasty. Just spitting venom. I'm trying, that's the apple way card. Is there an apple out here? But that could be also the blunders regarding Nancy as well. You know, that's circular conversations. That could be the sheriff. That reminds me of the sheriff out there. I said it yesterday. But this one too tries to act like he's the sheriff. This Louis tries to act like he's the sheriff, but he's the coward of the county. My God. Or wash your mouth out with soap. Anyways, there's a Trixie or Whistling Dixie here. I don't know. Okay, so like I eat bread, you know, this is the master debater that's telling people what to eat. I eat bread every day of my life. That's the old Zempic card. I've said it already. He calls Humpty himself because he's a Humpty himself. That's the Hump Me Dump Me card. That's what they do. Anyways, somebody possibly has got themselves into a can of weenies here. And this is the Baker card. That's the Toodaloo card. Because Spirit's not going to have it, okay? And but that also, you know, I can switch it however I want. Samantha Guthrie and her family are in a horrible situation here, and I just pray that they come to the table. If there is, I just feel like it's a hoax. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. I don't know whose birthday is coming up here, but somebody wants to claim the prize. I don't know. That's that cryptic currency. Who knows? Anyways, that's just kind of like all over the map today. And somebody out here possibly had the disease to please. I did. I had the disease to please. Here's my finger 11 for the YouTuber out in the United Kingdom. You don't deserve my attention. But for some reason, you keep rattling my name out of your mouth, right? So shove it up, because I live in Graceland and I get knocked down. I get up again. You're never going to take me down. So, coming from the wonderful shores of the Okanagan, also known as my Graceland, everything done here is all done in joy, and I live a fantastic life. Enjoy.